Bonjour to the monde, hello everyone, and welcome to another video. It's been a while, 6 months to be exact. I haven't made anything remotely close to an animation or film or anything in the past 6 months, and that's for good reason, because I've been mostly focusing on academics. And I can now say that I have graduated high school. Oh, it's upside down. I've graduated high school, and to briefly explain this, there are different graduation levels for different graduation points. You have distinction, credits. Yep. Alright, let's do this now. Okay, to explain that moment right there, basically just off screen, I was standing up and I was hyperventilating because I'm not used to giving a speech. Then, oh, I will never forget this. The head girl, she said, "Oh, Jordan," and then she looked like in a sympathetic way, and then she started clapping, and then everybody else started clapping, and then that's how you heard the cheering and the woos and all of that. And that last person going whoo hoo hoo hoo. I don't remember who that was, but yeah.
As stated by Lucius and Seneca, every new beginning comes from another beginning's end. Master of Ceremony, Mrs. Amoiro. Guest speaker, Mr. Sean Graham. Members of the Board of Governors, representative of the Ministry of Education, proud parents and well-wishers, good afternoon. Bonjour maman, bonjour papa, comment ça va, vous allez bien? In the words of Master Oogway, the wise leader of the Jade Palace, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. We were small beings, well, except Zaim, he was just born tall. We could be compared to tiny seeds that were ready to be germinated in the fertile soil of Mayday High, the institution where our parents' expectations were for us to flourish, blossom, and bear good marketable fruits. For the teachers, a few lyrics from Warrior King. Shuba Shuba.
Okay, I will not subject you to the Shuba Shuba day.
They never leave us lonely. Our teachers were the nurturers. They separated us into different plots where we deposited ourselves with different expectations, different mindsets, and objectives. We each had different histories, different stories, and that brought us together as we guided each other to this very moment. What would we produce? Only time could tell. Our teachers offered their services to keep us secured and rooted throughout the turbulent first year. And we cannot forget Miss Audrey Rowe. Though she's no longer with us, she was a strong, enthusiastic woman and a stalwart example of determination, compassion, and educational fun. Certainly, the soil was well prepared by our supercalifragilisticexpialidocious teachers who ensured that the fertilizers of discipline, morals, academia, and other value-added principles were sprinkled on us. We then became flowering plants. We were then transplanted to plot form 2. Many of us have changed drastically for the better, as in second form, we had many little boxers, imitation policemen, and violent hairdressers. Tuck shop was a battlefield. You would have to run to get a front position in the line. Yet still, many would be late for class. We were deemed the worst, the noisiest, and the most unsettled students. And so, regular corridor patrols were done by Mrs. Hanley. Many teachers openly expressed how they could not fathom how a group of students could, and I quote, them in a second form and them a behave like them ready for exit. Many found this humorous, and this led to us being called nonchalant and received long lectures on how to behave. Eventually, the lessons from those talks sunk in, and we began to mature. We had just moved on to third form when Radam! COVID barged in, interrupting our happy school life. COVID-19 was a stressful period for all of us. Inflation, isolation, stress, and trepidation were with us. We were bombarded with countless assignments given to us during that academic year. We survived the sleepless nights of calculating long simultaneous algebraic equations, writing paragraphs in l'Espagnol, Francais, and Anglais, along all the group projects. But we did it. The teachers survived online classes with their resilience, creativity, and innovation. Online learning did have its quirks. We didn't need taxi fare or lunch money, although for some that was disappointing. There was no need to wake up early, iron a uniform, clean shoes, and gulp down hot tea like a glass of water. You could just get up at 7:59 and join class without even bathing. During the period, barely anybody's camera worked, their audio would suddenly cut off, and our Wi-Fi glitched. Flow was just not flowing. Most times, when a teacher talked, it was them and God alone. It was astonishing that batch 2023, so technologically savvy, was incapable of turning on the unmute button to answer a question. In online tests and exams, if we couldn't, at least Google could. The entirety of Form 3 was online, and our mental and social health deteriorated rapidly. Nonetheless, opening the fridge and having extra lunch during class time was a healing. We watched our khaki, white and gold uniforms on hangers not moving, and our brown shoes gathering dust in the corner of our rooms. At least we could wear our socks in the house. But of course, online classes eventually came to an end. The online system became less and less indispensable, and as that occurred, we became fourth formers. Fourth form was the calm after the storm. Back at Form 4, zippers wouldn't zip up, khaki pants became quarter drape, uniforms reached above the knees, and toes a buck up in our shoes them. But no smile was as broad as ours as we headed back through the gates of Mayday High School, and to hear Mr. Davis, the security, say, "Good morning, young man. Young lady, remove the sweater." The plots were again divided. We chose our 8 subjects, and though good friends were separated, we all learned how to coexist. Now onward to fifth form, our final year. What came next? And if you said the SBAs, you're correct. Most of our SBAs were due, and almost instantaneously, many of us felt as if we were in first form once more, pressured. On top of that, many devices crashed or deleted everything, thus meaning we had to restart. Though, with the most unfortunate timing, in the middle of it all, the administration deemed it necessary to send us in the work field to complete 2 weeks of work experience involuntarily, meaning we couldn't go to school to catch up on what we missed. And to add to the pile of tribulations, mock exams were coming up. We had to study. Many of us have changed from our mischievous and playful behaviors and have matured significantly. I remembered when a certain student used to roll paper and throw it in the back of my head constantly. But look at him now, distinction! Then there's Mr. Davis, who never misses a match. You always see him down a field of call-out runs. On the topic of sports, 2023 Sports Day is one to be remembered. Teachers race. On your mark, set, dive! 2 teachers dove into the dust on the ground and never got to the finish line. We laugh. We developed into upright, luminous, and radiant trees with branches that spread into different pathways that exposed us to be potential entrepreneurs, nutritionists, artists, architects, among many others.
Oh my God! What is that?
As stated by Martin Luther King, and I quote, "Human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable. Every step toward the goals requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle, the tireless exertions and passionate concern of dedicated individuals. As our roots dig deeper, the ground gets tougher, the world gets tougher. So may we all continue to endure and progress." This day marks the end of an essential chapter in our lives. Though this graduation and the title of valedictorian do truly mean a farewell, they never mean we will never meet again. Okay. We'll meet again.
Nope.
Thanks to all the staff members, parents, family members, friends, and other stakeholders for the hard work and sacrifices that you made for us. Thank you all for supporting us today. We salute you 100%. I do hope that for all of us, as we face that mysterious future, we take on whatever challenge comes to us with our uniqueness, and that uniqueness sparks a change in the world around us. Let us give of our best, as only our best is good enough. Finally, congratulations, félicitations, to the graduating class of 2023. It was a pleasure learning with you.